Oh, hello everyone. My name is Jason. I'm a channeler and I'm here for Daily Dose of Hope, day 175. So I've been trying to come on almost every day to give a daily dose of hope um, because it was something that I was guided to do. Hello out there. Um, and so, what a daily dose of hope is just that. It's a daily dose of hope because the energies on our planet are starting to increase. And as they do, things are starting to get wackier and wackier. And you could probably guess from all of the interesting stuff that's happening in the media, it's getting very wacky and very polarized about very interesting things. And so the daily dose of hope is just your daily dose of hope to keep you on the center path, to not get too polarized by the stuff, to see what's going on. Okay, that's happening, but not to get into all of that muck and all of that emotional stuff that's going on because, there's not enough time in a day. um, so that's what a daily dose of hope is about. And so sorry I wasn't able to come on yesterday. I got really, really kind of busy with everything. And yeah, nice to see you again. Nice to meet you. And Daily Dose of Hope has two parts. We have a bit of a talk, then a bit of a channeling, and then a pocket of peace. And so howdy, Michael. So last night I had an interesting, well, not interesting, but I was at there's a festival in my town. I was there and it was kind of like all this live music out in the middle of the city, like in the kind of, not, you wouldn't say the industrial part of the city, but kind of the downtown where there's not a lot of houses, mostly just offices and stuff. And so there's just like all these bands playing outside. And I was kind of, I had to kind of wait for someone. So I was waiting and there's this kind of like I guess like maybe 80s, late 80s style kind of punk band that was playing. And so just listening to that band perform. And I was starting to feel the energy, like the energy of that part of the town is closer to another place where I teach at. And I've been clearing that energy. And I kind of sensed the energy was a little bit off there. And I was like, oh, I should just, while I'm waiting, I might as well I can't really sing out loud or do my usual like cleansing kind of stuff, but I'll just do it in my mind. And it was a very powerful experience. And yeah, so that there was that. And then so last night I had, usually recently, if you've been watching my channel, I've been having what's called lessons, a lot of lessons recently. And lessons come in all kinds of shapes and sizes. And the lessons are, sometimes they can be on the surface look not so pleasant. Most of the time they aren't pleasant. Most of life's lessons are not pleasant. But so I've been having these um, lessons sometimes in the middle of the night, 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock in the morning, as you can probably imagine. And, I'll be asleep and then the lesson will come. And, but last night was very interesting because it wasn't a lesson, it was a blessing. I don't think I've ever had that before in the middle of the night, a blessing. I kind of woke up half in the middle of a sleep and half awake, and I was being given this intense blessing. I've been getting a lot of downloads recently, like upgrades, I guess you could call them. And this was really intense, and I was not able to sleep very well last night because it was just so intense. And then in the middle of the blessing, the upgrade, I was trying to remove one of the lessons that I was given. Some of the lessons get stuck on you, so I was trying to remove one of the lessons, and the beings that were giving me the blessing said, "It doesn't work that way because you're not there. You have to." So they were teaching me the ins and outs of how to remove these lessons that get stuck on you. Um, Kind of like the debris, when you're going through your day and or you're kind of like, if you're walking outside in the rain, if you're walking in the forest, you get kind of dirt and stuff on your clothes, on your face, whatever. And so you just have to wash it away. And it's a similar sort of idea. But they were showing me and they said, but see, you're not there, so you can't remove it in that way. And so they helped me to remove it, and they showed me another method of removing it, which of course I don't remember. But somewhere it's there. It's part of the download, so which is good. But yeah, it was a very, 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 very intense blessing. So I'm happy. I prefer the blessings to the lessons, but you take what you can get in life. And everything is a learning experience, and I welcome all of these. Well, I don't know if I can say I welcome them, but I am here to learn. So yeah, that's not a welcoming of lessons though, by any means. If I had my way, I would prefer no lessons at all, but yeah. Anyway, but that's such is life, right? So that's all. I wanted to I wanted to channel. Hey, TT Tracy, good morning from Florida. Nice. I kind of realized recently that where Florida's probably about the same kind of temperatures where I live here in Japan. It's like super humid, super hot. Even now, like this is supposed to be fall, but it's like it's still in the 90s and still kind of just dripping sweat. You're just yeah. I used to think because I used to, if you look at the longitudinal, I think it's longitudinal lines. Um, yeah, it looks like I think it's about the same place as around like Florida, northern Florida, I think, and yeah. So yeah, so you probably understand the humidity. So TT Tracy, you say, when do things get less lessony? Yes, that's a good question. I'd love to know that as well. Oh, that reminds me too as well. There was a question that was asked in a comment about, um, so are we just trapped in this continual reincarnation cycle and we just keep, eternally trapped? And that was the question. And I think, I think it depends on your perspective. Um, if you would look at it as if you're trapped, then you're trapped. If you look at it as if you chose to come down here to experience things in order to grow and also to help the whole planet to grow, it kind of takes on a different feeling about it. So, and you went through all of these different lifetimes just to learn all of these different lessons, so that when it's over, you can help so many people. So, we're kind of in like a crash course on emotions and feelings and all the stuff that we experience down here, so that we can help others uh, deal with all this stuff, so that we can be kind of guides in that sense. And so I think that's what it's all about. And then this idea of eternity is about time, but time is just an illusion. It's just a perception, something that probably as things start to be more and more revealed, we'll kind of understand that, oh, time travels, if time travel is possible, then our concept of time is out the window, right? Um, so time is a construct of that we it's a perception, and it's very fluid. You can experience 1 hour that feels like a whole day, or 1 hour that goes by in a second. I mean, it's all about our perception of time. And so eternity is also, we exist outside of eternity. We're not really in time. We just come down in time to have these experiences, but we're really not in time. Time is just a learning device that we use, and so is eternity. Eternity is about time. But there is no time, so there's no eternity. It's just you just are, and always have been, and always will be, kind of thing. Um, so I don't know if that explained anything. I don't know, made it more confusing. So TT Tracy, you say, yes, hot and humid, lots of rain this summer too. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This humidity. Whew. I always think I kind of have gotten used to it, after living here in Japan for 23 years or so. I think like, finally I've got this summer thing down, and it's just like, it just knocks me out. It's like, oh my God, how can you stand this? Why do people live here? How can we live here? It's just insane. And then when it's over, you're like, oh, that was a great summer. I want to feel that again. So it's just, yeah, humans, right? And TT Tracy say, that's why I'm having fun in these last 3D Matrix remnants. Yeah, yeah. It's an interesting time now where everything's kind of sped up and all the polarities out there to be seen. It's so clear now. Like when I was growing up in the 80s, you had to kind of dig a bit to find a lot of the polarity. It was there, kind of right there, but it was not there in the sense that it is now. Now it's just like in your face, polarity, come on, join. And just people are getting real triggered by all of their emotions, and that's part of this raising of the frequency, or sorry, raising of the vibrations, the energies. So, but what I wanted to do, what I wanted to channel today was I wanted to channel about these upgrades and this blessing thing, and what does it mean, and is this something that's happening all over the planet at the moment, or is this just like my own thing? I don't know. So I'd like to check that out. All right, so let's channel about that. So what's going on with these blessings? Is this something? Yeah. Okay. Just ask. Here we go. Greetings. We are that one that you know of as Esmeralda, and we are a mermaid, as you call us. We don't call ourselves mermaids, but we are a mermaid, and we exist in a slightly higher dimension on your planet, and also we exist on another planet called Alpha Centauri, which many of you might have heard of already. So it is nice to see all of you. It is nice to be in the same room, in the same energy with all of you, broadcasting out these waves out throughout the universe, throughout this planet, all throughout this planet. What we would like to say to what this being is talking about blessings and the blessings and the lessons that he's been having. So this is not just him. This is something that is going on all around the world at this moment, because as the frequencies rise, those who are aware of the frequencies are having to deal with a lot of what this being calls lessons, because as the frequency rises, there are less shadows, there are less places to hide, less places for those who are in the shadows to hide. And so what does a cornered animal do? Yes, it gives you lessons. And that is what is happening. And that is what is happening with this being. But what is happening on the other side, if you change your perception from a higher point of view, is you are learning to be a spiritual warrior. You are understanding how all of these different lessons work. And once you understand, because there are not that many varieties of these lessons, they aren't necessarily very, yeah, varied is what we would say. There are only a limited amount of them. And once you understand how they work, you understand how to take them apart and how to avoid them. And so, what this process that this being is going through is a process of learning. So, he has been going through these lessons and experiencing what they are about. And then now he has been receiving upgrades. So, first, he had to understand the feeling, the emotional feeling, understand the energetics of it before it was time to start upgrading his system so that they have no effect on him anymore. And that is what is happening. And so he is understanding now on an energetic level. It isn't something that he understands consciously just yet, but he will over time. These things take time as they settle into your conscious mind. But what it is he's learning how to understand what these lessons are, how they work, and how to dismantle them. And this is something that he will be able to provide for many people. This is why he is learning it, so that when people are starting to become aware of this, as it will start to happen more and more, that he can guide them in the ways to deal with these energies, with these emotions, with these lessons. And so that is what is happening. It is an energetic lesson practice that he's going through. And many of you will be going through these sorts of experiences, lessons, as you will. Some of you will not. It depends on what you have signed up for here. All of you have different roles to provide here as light workers on this planet. All of you have your own special skills that you bring to the table, and that is a wonderful thing. And what this being is learning about mitigating the shadows, learning how to dismantle the shadows, you might say, dismantle those lessons that come to him. And so we are that one that you know of as Esmeralda. Okay, interesting. Okay, that's pretty cool. I wish I knew how it worked. I don't know. I mean, I know that they were telling me, and they gave me like very in-depth explanations last, but I just it's somewhere. I don't know where it went. But anyway, so that would be interesting. I'm excited about that. It's something that I'm very interested in for some reason. I'm very drawn to, and I've been drawn to for a while. Is clearing spaces. I've, I, yeah. So, we live in a yin and yang universe, right? And that's one thing I wanted to bring is that we live in a yin and yang universe, but a lot of times the media or the things that we're being fed, our feeds, are trying to tell us that it isn't a yin and yang symbol, that there isn't balance. But and that's what they're all about. But this world is all about balance. So it's like every time you see, sometimes there's a lot of fear information. But for all that amount of fear, there is that much love in the universe as well, or even on our planet as well. It's in a perfect balance. And if it wasn't, the whole place would just, that's what the yin and yang symbol is representing, and also keeping. It's keeping that. It's the stability. So whenever you start to hear those kind of fearful things, just always remember there's as much love here as there is fear, and to remember that this yin and yang symbol doesn't even exist anywhere else. This is just for our third dimension. The only truth is love. And the love is so much more powerful than all of that, because both sides are all love. And we had this in our membership group a few nights ago. Sorry, I'm getting a little bit fiery here, but we were talking about how all these people in the different polarities, they're just screaming at each other and they're so angry but all they're actually saying is love. They're saying the same thing. They just want love. I want love. I want love. I want love. Love, 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 love. And that's it. That's all it's about. It's about love, because we're all looking for love. And what is love? Is just feeling at peace, feeling happy, feeling love, feeling welcomed, all that kind of stuff. That's what we're looking for. But we get drawn into the polarity because we think, oh, maybe there's something there for me. And then, and then our voices get louder and we sound all angry, but we're still saying love, 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 love. So I thought that was a great part. So that was something we were talking about in our bi-monthly. I can speak English in our membership group. So Michael said, "This is so exciting. I'm so happy you're experiencing the upgrades." Oh, thanks, Michael. Yeah, it's pretty intense. Like they were talking about capacity for feeling, and I'm feeling like it's just like, wow, this is like a little bit more than my usual capacity for energy and spins. But I think you just get used to it over time, just like anything, right? It's like, going to school for the first time. It's pretty intense and scary, but you make some friends, or sometimes you do. A few friends, right? Sorry. Let's see. So I'm going to go into a pocket of peace now. And in this pocket of peace, I want to send out the love throughout the world, throughout the universe. And I also want to send this out to all the people that are suffering at this moment, that have medical issues that they're working on, pain issues, depression issues, all those different issues. I want to send out this love to all those people, and all those people that have so I'm just sending this out. All right, let's do it. So I'd like you guys to just take a few deep breaths at your own speed, at your own timing. All right, good. And I want you to imagine that you're in the place that makes you feel the most relaxed. For me, it's usually the ocean, wherever it is for you, the place where you feel most at home and relaxed. Yeah. And I'd like you to just feel what it feels like to be there. If it's outside, feel the air. If it's inside, just feel the chair, everything whatever it is around you. Just be there. Good. And then I'd like you to imagine the mist of unconditional love. Unconditional love coming in as a mist around you, surrounding you, just lovingly, like a warm blanket. It just feels so comfortable, and you feel really homey. You feel just like you're home. Oh, this feels really good and natural. And this love doesn't need you to do anything or be anyone or say anything. It just loves you exactly as you are right now. It loves you so much. This is unconditional love. This is your birthright. You were born with this. You had this before you were born. You're going to have it after you go. It's going to be with you forever. And it follows you everywhere you go. You're loved unconditionally. And in this love, there's no need for worry. There's no need for regret. It's just pure, unconditional love. And it just sets your heart ablaze. Your heart is ablaze. It's on fire. Your heart is on fire. And it's lighting up the whole room that you're in. Everything's on fire with love, a gentle flame of love. Everything you see is just shining out, reflecting your light. And being love, it's also hope. And being hope, it's also peace. And this love is also healing. This love heals all of the suffering, all of the pain, all of the heartache. Yeah, so we're just going to send this love out to the whole world, to everyone who's suffering out there. You can see it just runs throughout the whole world. You know, the speed of love is the fastest thing on the planet, fastest thing in the universe. We just sent this love out throughout the whole universe. We send it throughout the whole planet. Everything is covered with love now. It's all love now. All that pain, all that suffering, all that sadness, it's all love. It all turned into love now. It's just pure, utter love. Look at that. You can see it just shining out throughout the whole world. All those people who are suffering are now covered with love. And the love is so much more powerful than all of that pain and all of that suffering. It's just lighting it all up and healing it. Look at that. Everyone's just healed all of a sudden. How did that happen? It's love. Yeah, look at that. And everyone's eyes are just aglow because all that pain, all that suffering, it's gone now. I feel so light. I feel so just free. I can do everything. I can do anything I want now. I'm free. I'm free. I'm free. I'm free. And this love just goes throughout the whole world, so it just covers all of the hospital buildings, all of the malls, all of the shops, all of the highways, all of the byways. Everywhere it's just covered with love now. Love is the most powerful thing right now. It always is. It's shining through all the dark crevices, all the sad hallways, all the waiting rooms throughout the universe, throughout the world. And it's just shining out. Hope, 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 hope. And hope and love, they're the most powerful things now. Look at that. We've just changed the whole story into one of love. All those stories are now shifted and changed into love with your power now, with your power of your heart. All of your pain, all of your suffering, all of your sadness is gone, and it's replaced with love, with hope, with peace. Hope for the future and joy. We've done this. We did this. We flipped it up. We flipped the whole story. Now it's a story of love. All right. So I hope you guys are hopeful. That's Daily Dose of Hope, day 195. And hopefully I will see you guys all tomorrow. And I hope you're hopeful. Thanks, TT Tracy. Thanks, Michael, for joining in. And yep, so we send out this love throughout the world, and you guys help to do this. So thank you so much. It's your energy as well. We're just sending this out. So thank you so much. We're saving the world. So TT Tracy says, thanks so much for sharing your journey and wisdom. TT Tracy, thank you so much for joining in. I really appreciate it. Thank you for sharing your journey and wisdom as well. So thanks, guys, and hopefully I'll see you all tomorrow. So ciao for now. Ciao.